Coming up, the Gabby Act is being signed into law, a grandmother is being charged for the murder of her grandson, and the family of a double shooting victim wants answers.
We will have all that and more on this episode of APSU-TV News. Welcome back to your APSU-TV News. I'm Aaliyah Cumberbatch.
And I'm Breanna Franklin. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee has signed the Gabby Act into law. Back in 2020, Gabby, who was only 17, and her mom, Christina, were murdered by her hostile husband, Michael Robinson. According to WYCB, a few days before the murder had occurred, Robinson was indicted on child abuse charges in Sullivan County, but he was living in Russell County. The bill requires District Attorney General to designate one Assistant District Attorney General as the lead prosecutor in cases involving crimes committed against children. It also requires the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation to provide annual training to Assistant District Attorneys designated as lead prosecutors in crimes committed against children. A Tennessee grandmother is charged in the death of her 3-year-old grandson. Hardin County officials tell WKRN-TV that Amy Brasher faces 2 counts of murder and aggravated child abuse. Investigators say Carson Brasher had died the day after Christmas while in his grandmother's care. Carson's mother, Kimberly Jones, was told that Carson had slipped in the bathtub and hit his head. However, it is believed she purposely abused him, intending to kill Carson, and Jeff Brasher, Amy's husband, fails to protect him. Jeffrey faces aggravated child endangerment charges. Jones' family is selling Carson Strong shirts and bracelets to help raise money for his headstone. There has also been a GoFundMe set up.
The family of the man murdered in the double shooting on Monday night wants answers. Shaquetta Nicholson, mother of Glenn Nicholson Jr., asked anyone with information about her son's death to come forward. She said in a statement to News 2, "Yes, we're angry because he's gone. We don't wish harm to nobody. We just want justice to be served." Father, Glenn Nicholson Sr., has fond memories of his son and girlfriend saying he would do anything for anyone. His girlfriend was the same way, and if you asked and they had it, they'd be more than willing to give it. And to have justice for the loss of my son and my daughter-in-law. If anyone knows anything, please come forward. Once again, anyone with information is encouraged to contact the Clarksville Police Department or the Clarksville-Montgomery County Crime Stoppers tip line. Police are looking for answers in a shooting that left a Clarksville man and his girlfriend dead this week. Officers responded to a shooting at 616 Martin Street on Monday night. Investigators found the 2 victims, Savannah Lumpkin, 30, and Glenn Nicholson Jr., 26, who died from their injuries. The incident is still under investigation. However, authorities are encouraging anyone with information to contact Clarksville-Montgomery County Crime Stoppers at 931-645-8477.
Country singer Morgan Wallen is out on bond after he was arrested for throwing a chair off the roof of a bar in downtown Nashville. Metro Police arrested Wallen on reckless endangerment charges Sunday night. Investigators say he threw the chair off the roof of the 6-story bar Chiefs on Broadway, and it landed feet away from police officers. NBC News report witnesses watched him pick up the chair, throw it, and then laugh afterward. His bond was just set at $15,000. Wallen was released Monday morning.
A motorcycle crash last Saturday morning has left 1 person injured. Around 9:15 a.m., officers shut down the eastbound side of Interstate 24 past Exit 4 due to a wreck involving multiple motorcycles. Officials say that a commercial vehicle was merging onto the interstate when 2 motorcycles, a 2004 Honda CBR 180 and a 2023 Kawasaki ZX1 going at high speeds tried to slow down in an attempt to avoid the vehicle. As a result, the Honda hit the Kawasaki in the rear tire and both came to a final rest on the road. The motorcyclist on the Honda was injured in the crash, but no information on the nature of these injuries has been made available. The driver on the Kawasaki was not injured.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
You want change. You want a community that supports you. You want the knowledge it takes to make a difference in this world. It's time to be more. It's time to be better. It's time to grow. The world you want to see starts with you. The life you want begins at Austin Peay State University. Learn more at apsu.edu.
Hey everyone, I'm Jazmin Logan, and welcome back to the Political Corner. President Biden has publicly threatened to end U.S. assistance for Israel's military in the war, but Muslim and Arab leaders are frustrated with the lack of real change. Osama Sablani, the publisher of the Arab American News, believes Biden's outreach is, quote, baby steps, end quote. He believes much bigger steps need to be taken. Some Muslims are taking a stance against President Biden, even if that means the return of Donald Trump as the 47th president of the U.S. There is frustration about U.S. involvement in the Israel-Hamas war from several sides, and some are wondering when, quote, enough is enough, end quote. Today, House Speaker Mike Johnson will meet with the former U.S. President Donald Trump in Florida. Johnson's camp says the meeting focuses on election integrity. The meeting comes as Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Trump ally, intensifies her call to oust Johnson from the speakership. CNN's Sunlen Surfati has the details.
I think the motion to vacate is also being supported by quite a few members in our conference. That's an internal House issue with our elected Speaker of the House. Totally two separate issues. Hopefully they have a great meeting tomorrow.
In the middle of the most precarious moment of his rookie speakership,
I think the sword hangs over Mike Johnson's neck.
Speaker Johnson making the trip to Mar-a-Lago tomorrow to appear side by side with former President Trump and talk about what the Speaker's office is billing as election integrity. The pivotal meeting coming as Speaker Johnson is fighting for his political life from a challenge from Trump's close ally, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I absolutely love President Trump. I have a great relationship with him.
Marjorie Taylor Greene escalating her threats against the Speaker to oust him.
The current Speaker of the House we have right now is getting rolled in every single meeting. He is negotiating from weakness.
Only intensifying the thorny intra-party relationships that Johnson and Trump are attempting to navigate when they appear together tomorrow, with stakes high for their party in an election year.
Mike Johnson he's literally turned into Mitch McConnell's twin and worse. He's a Democrat.
Sources tell CNN that amid Greene's threat, allies of Johnson have asked Trump to either publicly support the Speaker or at least stay out of it altogether. And sources close to Johnson don't dispute the timing of the visit, potentially only helping Johnson. Though this was a pre-planned event, this is not inconvenient for us. It's convenient for us. Acknowledging the Speaker's appearance with Trump is beneficial for them right now. The meeting coming only 2 days after Trump dealt Speaker Johnson an embarrassing blow. Defying Johnson and Republican leadership, Trump urging House Republicans to kill the reauthorization of the controversial surveillance law FISA, leading to its failure on a procedural vote. Despite this, Johnson and Trump have been slowly growing their relationship since Johnson's surprise ascent to the gavel.
At this time yesterday, nobody was thinking of Mike, and then we put out the word, and now he's the Speaker of the House.
Johnson, an election denier,
the Constitution was clearly violated in the 2020 election,
has visited Trump at Mar-a-Lago at least twice and endorsed him in November.
I was one of the closest allies that President Trump had in Congress.
Johnson's predecessor, former Speaker Kevin McCarthy, was even closer to Trump.
I think the president has done a tremendous job.
When Trump personally helped him get elected Speaker, it was then Marjorie Taylor Greene who stepped in, fielding calls from Trump to help sway McCarthy's opposers.
Mr. Speaker.
A mere 4 months later, it was Trump, however, that declined saving his job when McCarthy was faced with his own rebellion from his right flank, a fate Johnson is hoping to avoid.
Arizona Republicans have blocked a repeal of an 1864 abortion law. This law bans all abortions, with the only exception being to save someone's life. This leaves Democratic lawmakers scrambling and creates some questions for the people of Arizona. CNN's Cole Higgins reports.
Chaos on the floor of the Arizona House of Representatives Wednesday as Republicans block an effort to repeal a near-total ban on abortion in the state.
All in favor of that motion, vote aye. Aye. All opposed, vote no. Ayes have it, so ordered.
The dramatic scene comes just 1 day after the Arizona Supreme Court ruled on Tuesday that an 1864 law banning nearly all abortions except when necessary to save a pregnant person's life is enforceable. The law carries a prison sentence of 2 to 5 years for abortion providers, making it one of the strictest laws in the country and solidifying abortion as a key issue in this year's elections. Former President Donald Trump is already shifting on a position he announced Monday that abortion should be left to the states, promising that Arizona's Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs would take care of it, quote, very quickly.
I'm sure that the governor and everybody else are going to bring it back into reason.
Meanwhile, with the abortion ban set to take effect in the coming weeks, it's the people of Arizona who are searching for answers.
They're confused. There's a lot of chaos. People want to know just how long we're going to be able to provide services. Like I said, we're very, very focused on ensuring that Arizonans have access for as long as we are legally able to provide access.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
Tennessee lawmakers are considering new policies regarding gender-affirming care. This new proposal utilizes similar language from the anti-abortion trafficking bill that the state Senate pushed through the day before. Both proposals could be used broadly and seek to put an end to minors obtaining these services without the permission of a parent or guardian. These bills could change the types of conversations people have surrounding this issue without fear of violating it. Some Democratic-led states like Maine are pushing for new bills that will protect healthcare providers from facing legal repercussions for giving services to patients who are traveling out of their home state where they are unable to receive said services. Well, that's all the time we have for you guys today here in the Political Corner. Stay tuned for the weather after this short break.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Thank you for sticking with us for the weather. I'm Michael Dangerfield. Looking at our current national temps, we have Los Angeles at 59, New York and Atlanta at 59 and 64. You go over here to Denver at 66, and Chicago sitting at 51. For today's highs and lows, let me rephrase. The current temperature for today is going to be partly cloudy with a 4% chance of rain, 62 degrees, and a little immediate wind speed at 21. Tonight will be 5% chance of rain with still partly cloudy skies, 43 degrees, and we drop down 11 from the wind speeds. But that's all we have for today for your local and national weather. We do have, oh, wow. Our 5-day forecast is Friday and Saturday sitting at 64 and 43, 76 and 61. We move over. Sunday will be 79 and 62. And then Monday and Tuesday is 84 and 65 and 80 and 68 with the highs and lows. I did make a statement last episode, but that eclipse was to die for. Honestly, we know we might not have another one in our lifetime, so if you missed it, you missed it. But that's all we have for our local and national weather. APSU will be returning after this break with your campus sports.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
College life can be challenging, but everyone at Austin Peay should have access to success no matter what the obstacles. Whether it's workshops, support, or just someone to talk to, the Student Disability Resource Center is there to help students overcome their challenges and experience college life to the fullest. Don't go it alone. The Student Disability Resource Center is there to help you. You'll find the center in room 114 in the Morgan UC, or call them at 221-7777. 221-7777. A campus reminder from APSU-TV.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Hello, I'm Hugh Wheeler with APSU-TV News, and here is a look at our top sports stories. Austin Peay baseball won 2 of 3 at home against Bellarmine and again at Belmont on Tuesday. Gov's third baseman Brody Sazako took home his very first Atlantic Sun Conference Player of the Week award with 4 home runs last week. USA Baseball has named Austin Peay designated hitter Lyle Miller Green on their midseason Golden Spikes Award watch list. Stashville hosts a 3-game series this weekend here against Jacksonville. Lady Gov softball was swept by the Dolphins this past weekend in Jacksonville, Florida, before their Wednesday home game with UT Martin was canceled due to weather. Austin Peay is now 1 game back from being in the A-Sun Championship field with a 3-9 conference record. Your Lady Govs look to get back to their winning ways this weekend against A-Sun leader EKU in Richmond, Kentucky. Governors Ice Hockey ended the spring with their first 2 home games ever this past weekend against Alabama Birmingham. APSU beat the Blazers both times with a 6-goal shutout Friday and a 6-3 result on Saturday. The Govs own a 3-1 record after splitting 2 games at UAB back in Birmingham in February. Austin Peay begins play in College Hockey South next semester. APSU Beach Volleyball lost 3 of their 4 games at the Scenic City Showdown in Chattanooga last weekend before winning 4 in a row this week here in Clarksville. Austin Peay competes right now in the Beach Bear Clash in Conway, Arkansas, where they are currently playing Missouri State. Austin Peay runner Lauren Lewis finishes in 4th place in the 800-meter race in Knoxville. The Governor's 4x400-meter relay team placed in 4th as well. APSU track and field await the Georgia Tech Invitational starting April 19th. Governor's men's tennis remains winless in conference play after shutout defeats in 2 home matchups against Kennesaw State and ASUN leader North Florida this past weekend. Austin Peay looks to end the slide today at North Alabama and on Sunday at Lipscomb. Lady Govs women's tennis beat Kennesaw State 6-1 and lost 3-4 against North Florida here at home this past weekend. The women will travel with the men and face North Alabama and Lipscomb on the road starting today. APSU men's golf finished 3rd place in the Big Blue Intercollegiate on Wednesday, led by a 3rd place result from 5th-year senior Jakob Fox-Scholler. The Govs await the postseason with the ASUN Championships on April 21st, while the women's ASUN tournament starts Sunday. The back-to-back United Athletic Conference champion Austin Peay football team under first-year head coach Jeff Ferris have their spring showcase tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Fort Terrace Stadium. Austin Peay soccer won their matchup with Tennessee Tech in Cookeville last Saturday 1-0. Their final spring exhibition matchup will happen at home against Lipscomb next Wednesday on April 17th. The college basketball season ended last week with UConn winning their 6th men's title and South Carolina winning their 3rd women's title. I'm Hugh Wheeler with your update on sports. Let's go Peay! We'll be back with more news after this.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
As you progress in your semester, you might find your workload becoming overwhelming. The Learning Resource Center is a great asset we have here on campus that is always here to help. Located in the Marks Building, room 124, the center aims to help you succeed in any area of study with one-on-one peer tutoring and so much more. Come by and see them or contact them for more information at 221-6550. That's 221-6550, a campus reminder from APSU-TV.
Welcome back to the news for something to fill your heart or your calendar. The Clarksville community came together for Big Brother, Big Sister Annual Bowl for Kids' Sake fundraiser and raised more than $40,000. The 2-day event was Tropical Paradise themed. Clarksville Now reported bankers and financial professionals donned their bowling shoes and Hawaiian shirts and for a friendly competition for a meaningful cause. More than 50 teams took part, including some teams made up of Bigs and Littles in the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. For more about Big Brothers Big Sisters of Clarksville and how you can get involved, visit their website at www.bbbsclarksville.org. With finals coming up around the corner, do something to de-stress your mind a little, like ice skating. On Monday, April 15th, STEM is having a skating night at the Clarksville Ford Ice Center from 5:45 to 7:45 in the evening. It is a free night open to all, and concessions will be open.
The TSSAA has officially approved girls flag football as a high school varsity sport. After an initiative by the Tennessee Titans in 2021 to introduce girls flag football to Middle Tennessee, the sport is set to be officially implemented during the 2024-2025 school years. Titans president and CEO Burke Nahill said, "Girls flag football has emerged as one of the most competitive and exciting sports offered at the high school level and has already impacted the lives of many young athletes with the rise of college-eye opportunities within the sport. We look forward to seeing its reach grow across the state as it becomes an officially sanctioned sport." Clarksville-Montgomery County is just one of 3 areas to have a league in partnership with the Titans. Williamson County and Metro Nashville also have leagues.
Gov softball players are getting motivated for victory. The coach and players work to get into the mindset to win. APSU-TV Blaine McIntosh and Elijah Wiley have the story.
Hello everybody, I'm Blaine McIntosh here at Kathy Maynard Park here watching the softball game today. We actually got a chance to speak with some of the softball players. We know you're a freshman here at APSU. How has it been? How's the transition been from high school to college D1?
Well, it's definitely just every game you play at Austin Peay is like a competition and it's competitive versus like high school it wavered, so you wouldn't always play like one of the best teams.
What are your goals mainly?
I know like right now we're not necessarily where we want to be, but we are a very hardworking team. So I know by the end of the season, by the end of conference, that we're probably going to be where we want to be. We're going to make sure to work our hardest to get there.
What are some unique attributes you've seen out of this 2024 team this season so far?
I want to say we have the will to win. We show up and we do the little things right, which I would say what Austin Peay softball was lacking up until this point. We also have the relationships. So being able to love one another, celebrate the little things, and just being able to come in and show the love to one another. It's pretty awesome. We work hard day in and day out. So the ground ball that Zugi fields in the 4-3 hole is something that we were working on until now. Or when Kylie Campbell comes up and hits a bomb, when Zugi comes up and she hits a line drive in the 5-6 hole, it's being able to celebrate those little things because those are the way that we're going to win a championship. That's something special.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
APSU-TV. We'll see you guys later.
A Girl Scout troop in Nashville is helping owners reunite with their lost pets. WKRN-TV reports Girl Scout Troop 1255 in Brentwood donated weatherproof microchip scanning stations to the Williamson County Animal Center and John P. Holt Library in Brentwood. People who find lost dogs or cats can use the scanner inside the station to scan microchip pets 24/7. Williamson County Animal Center's assistant director says, the girls wanted to find a way to help the animals when all the businesses are closed, so they came up with the idea to have kiosks that they could place around. The kiosks are also fitted with instructions for ease of use. The girls amassed the funds for these stations from recent cookie sales, which totaled $2,000. A quote from Troop 1255 representatives reads, with many hours of brainstorming and research, we eventually decided that having easy availability of scanners throughout the community would be a great way we could help pets. The girls were invited to the Williamson County Commissioners meeting when the vote took place and enjoyed a real sense of accomplishment when the commissioners voted unanimously to approve and were so encouraging to the girls.
The solar eclipse this Monday was once in twice a decade experience, and this dad and daughter duo decided to make it once in a lifetime. Take a look at the skydiving spectacle.
Unless you were living under a rock, there really wasn't a bad seat for this week's historic eclipse. But one fearless father-daughter duo was either shooting for the moon or flying too close to the sun when they took in the phenomenon while skydiving from 14,000 feet. Just as the sky over Texas darkened, the pair did separate tandem jumps, free-falling in the shadow of the surreal celestial show. While the rest of North America was looking up, they were coming down. Once the chutes deployed, they got a chance to take in the epic event. Each jump team floated safely back to Earth, where they weighed in on a weightless, wondrous eclipse watch party that was pure gold.
The coolest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Hey, you want to know what else is gold? This stuff, apparently. According to authorities at Hong Kong International Airport, a cargo shipment was seized after it was discovered to be a pair of fake air compressors being used to smuggle over 300 pounds of gold, molded and painted to look like the machine's parts. You can actually see some of the molded gold peeking through the paint. The golden grab netted an arrest and a record $84 million worth of the Arlant element. Finally, believe it or not, this two-story house was not out of its element. It was supposed to be floating across the San Francisco Bay. The two-story picket-fenced houseboat was one of many vessels forced to pick up and move after a local marina lost a legal battle with the state. But despite the turn of the tide, the voyage was reportedly a success, with the buoyant abode finding a new spot in Sausalito. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
As the last production of the semester, I know we'll be saying goodbye to many of our seniors. Aaliyah, I know you're one of them. How do you feel about graduating?
It's like weird. I don't even really feel like I'm graduating. It's been like a long time coming, and I realize that the time is just flying. So, yeah, I guess it's nice, but I'll be back in the fall, so doesn't really make much of a difference.
Will you be back with newscasts in the fall too?
Probably not, but hopefully. But that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching your APSU-TV News Update. We'll be back next semester. And as always, let's go Peay!